Hey everybody, it's Carrie Oberbrunner. What is up? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Hey, listen, sorry for starting a little bit late. I got confused, but today we're talking all about influencer partnerships, how to do business in the new economy. So this is literally the new way of doing business, and I'm going to teach you all about it today. Here's what I'd love for you to do. If you are watching this, go ahead and let me know where you're from. If you know someone who needs to hear this teaching, tag them. Let's give away uh, an ebook version of Show Up, Build Up for the most engaged member. So we'll do that right away. But let's jump in right now and talk about influencer partnership. First of all, who's an influencer? So what I mean by that is that many of us need to be seen and heard. We call this a platform today. So I want everyone to notice that platform means the ability to be seen and heard. And everybody, authors, coaches, entrepreneurs, speakers, you name it, everybody on planet Earth wants a bigger platform. Now you might say, what? Are you telling me Oprah wants a bigger platform? Absolutely. Absolutely, Oprah wants a bigger platform. Everybody wants a bigger platform. But here's the problem. Most people seek out visibility. They want to be visible. Here's a big tip that I'm going to give you. In fact, it's in the book. You ready for this? It says, don't seek to be visible, seek to be valuable. You like that? So I want you to realize when everyone's rushing to get on a bigger stage, you, my friend, are unique. You are the person who doesn't rush to the stage. You are the person who doesn't rush to the platform. You are the person who instead seeks to be valuable. So today, every single day, actually, the last few years, I have been doing partnerships with other influencers. And there is an art and there's a science to it, and there's a strategy, and there are rules. And sometimes we break the rules and then we have to fix the rules. But I just want to give a shout out to a lot of amazing partners that I have. Um, I Partnerships allow you to go faster. Partnerships allow you to go further. So I want to ask you, who here has a partnership? Now I'm going to pick on Mark here for a moment, okay? So Mark says good morning, and by the way, Mark's a great guy, but I'm going to use Mark as an example, okay? Mark's a great example. In fact, you got to hear this story, okay? When Mark Thomas first reached out to me, he thought this way about influencer partnerships. So let me give you an example. Mark did not say, hey, Carrie, I'm a photographer, and if you want me to take photos of you, it's $500. Now, that would have been leading with emptiness instead of showing up filled up. Instead, Mark showed up filled up. He got my attention. Listen to this, folks. All right, ready for this? You get influencers' attention by adding value to them. Let me say that again. You get influencers' attention by adding value to them. That's exactly what Mark did. Mark got my attention. So what did he do? First of all, he asked for permission. And that is one of the steps in here, asking for permission. You might say, what? Are you serious? Yeah. Mark called me up and he said, hey, Carrie, listen, I know you have this thing called the Igniting Souls Fellowship. Do you mind if I show up with my camera? You remember this story, Mark? And I'm kind of like, yeah, you can show up with your camera. In other words, he asked for permission. If he just would have showed up with his camera, I probably would have been like, dude, what are you doing? Right. But instead, he asked for permission. But then when he was there, he photographed all kinds of amazing people. And then he sent me the photos afterwards and said, here, use them and grow your business. Now, he didn't just do that once. He did that month after month after month. And here's what you do. This, guys, this is, and ladies, this is in the book. This is some of the rules. In fact, the book says You can have everything in life if you want, if you will just help other people get what they want, right? That's a quote everybody likes. Zig Ziglar said it, people love it, but until now, no one knew the 8 steps required to do it. So in the book, I give you the 8 steps. And what Mark did is he deferred the ask. Let me say that again. That's one of the rules. He deferred the ask, which means he didn't say, here's the photos, now hook me up. Okay? Instead, what he did is he basically kept giving and giving and giving. Now, some people say, well, Carrie, are people just going to walk all over me? Am I just going to keep giving for the rest of my life? No, because I'll tell you what, influencers understand the rules. Like, I'm an influencer and I did it wrong for a long time. But once I understood the rules, I realized that, listen, Mark's adding value to my life. And he's not asking for anything in return. And what you do is you start getting in the head of the influencer. And the influencer starts saying, you know what, Mark makes my life better. Tanisha makes my life better. And you start realizing that people make your life better. And as a result, then what you need to do is you need to say, how can I connect to these other people? How can I help these other people? And so that's what I did. I said, Mark, how can I help you, man? And how can I serve you, right? It's weird, but it works. I'm telling you, there are these rules that work when you know how to use the rules. Is this making sense to anyone? Why is Tanisha here? Why is Michelle here? I'll tell you what, they discovered the rules. And guess what? They're so amazing that I now hired them. You see what I'm talking about? So let's give you another rule here. Is this helpful? Build rapport before you take the risk. Build rapport. Listen, I'm going to tell you a horrible story, all right? It's a horrible story, but it makes a point. There is an influencer eating dinner with his family at a nice restaurant, and we had just come from his conference, and this guy's overweight, and the person that I was with, not really my friend, but I was with the person, they're a health person. They're a health trainer. They're a nutritionist. And guess what they did? They went up in front of the dude's family and said, hey, Bob, I see that you're eating dinner with your family. Hey, I'm really concerned about your health, and I'd like to offer my nutrition services to you. Oh my gosh. Is that bad or what? In front of the dude's family, he embarrassed him. That is not how you get an influencer to partner with you. That is not the way. There are ways. You've heard about salting the oats, right? I mean, this dude just came right out and said, let me fix your health while you're eating with your family. Not a good move. Okay. So in the book, we talk about how to build rapport. We get, this is all practical things. Remember relevant details. By the way, I got to give a big shout out to Tina. Tina is my developmental editor for this book. She's fantastic. In fact, I got to give a shout out to her. There she is, developmental edit. Tina, thank you for helping me with this book. But here's the point, folks. I'm passionate about this. Why? Because I know that if you don't have influencer partnership figured out, you waste a lot of time. You think you have to conquer the world. You think it's all about you changing the world. And really, partners, if you understand the rules, they want to bring you on their stage. They want to connect you with other people. Does this make sense? So here's my ask. My ask is, if you know that influencer partnership will help you, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? In other words, I could just go through the list and say, Skip Pritchard, Kerry Wilkerson, Dan Miller, Dan Sullivan, Tyler Wagner. I mean, I could go through the list, Jim Edwards, of all, Amy Landino, all the people that that I partner with. How did it happen? It either happened by luck or chance, which I don't agree with, or it happened because I understand the rules of influencer partnership. So here's what I'm telling you about. You ready for this? July 10th. First time ever. Don't know if I'll ever do it again, but I am doing a Show Up, Filled Up one-day workshop. Show Up, Filled Up one-day workshop, July 10th, in Columbus, in person, or you can watch online. But the entire day, you ready for this? The entire day, here's what we're going to do. We are going to walk you through the 8 steps. And when I say walk you through, we're going to identify your influencers. Some of you are saying, Carrie, I don't know who my influencers are. I don't know who could help me get where I want to go further and faster. I don't know. Well, I do. And there's basic rules. And this is me teaching you. Listen, you can just get the book, or you can say, you know what? I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to identify the partners. I'm going to create a plan, and I'm going to reach out to these partners in a way that if I land one of these gigs, it's going to change the trajectory of my business and my life. When I got the Shawshank partnership, it literally changed the trajectory of my life and business. How many times have you heard me tell the Shawshank story? But that was a partnership. That was Showing Up, Filled Up, that whole sequence. Another one, Dan Miller, partnering with him for Escaping Shawshank. Another thing. I mean, I could go through the list. I could go through, early days, John Maxwell and Scott Fay and all these people that I partnered with, where I decided to be valuable instead of being visible. And as a result, my visibility exploded. So I want to invite you to the Show Up, Filled Up one-day workshop. I think it's just showupfilledup.com. And it's an investment. I'm not going to lie. It's an investment. But here's what I guarantee. I guarantee you will get 10 times of what you put into it. Or write you a check for your refund. That's how much I believe in it. I know that one partnership can literally change your life and your business. I've seen this. If you want examples, Chrissy Mayer. Chrissy is now writing a book called The Too Tall Giraffe. I taught her the rules, and she practiced the rules, and now she's partnering with Cuddles for Clefts, a stuffed animal business that sends stuffed animals all over. She's partnered with other cleft palate charities. The point is this, folks, the rules. She knows the rules, and she's leveraging the rules. Nikki's leveraging the rules, right? Doug's leveraging the rules for his radio station in Nebraska. Brenda Montecalvo, she's an optometrist. She's leveraging the rules. Deborah Brown in Canada is leveraging the rules. Laura Briggs is leveraging the rules. You start going through the list, and it's like all the people. Daphne is leveraging the rules. So if you want Show Up, Filled Up workshop, I don't know if I'm ever going to do it again. I'm just being real. It's not a threat. It's just like, hey, I don't have endless time, but I said, you know what? One time I'm going to do this. If you can't make it live, we will record it. So even if you sign up and you say, I can't do July 10th, get it. You get a guidebook. You get the full day of training. You get virtual or in person. And you get the recordings as well. And we are taking a deep dive in how to identify your partners, leverage the partnerships. It's the 8 rules. It's the 8 rules And again, the books, I mean, I even tell you how to introduce people via email. I mean, I give you all the rules, but the book is great. Get the book. If you sign up for the workshop, we'll give you the book. But the book is the spectator. I'm asking people to get off the bench and get in the game. You know the difference. When you're sitting in the bench, you can read it passively and you can say, that's interesting. That's good. That's good. I should do that. I should. But when you're in the one-day workshop, it's like, watch out. I'm in there with you. I'm coaching you. You're asking me questions. I'm pushing you. And then we're breaking into groups, and we're small groups, and we're integrating it into our lives, into our calendars, into our business plan. It's immersion. It is literally, it's like the difference between reading about France and going to France. Okay. So listen, whatever your budget allows, get the book or jump in the workshop. And again, July 10th. Also, the Fire Ring, my private mastermind, Fire Ring, many of them are coming as well. So you're going to be around some incredibly high caliber people, and you're going to fit right in, and it's going to be fantastic. All right. Elise is ready to play. Awesome. And I see a bunch of other people, Michelle, Chrissy, everyone's blowing up here. So thank you so much. And hope this was valuable for you today. I know that I wouldn't be where I am without partnerships. Be a soul on fire. We'll see you.